Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 2 ways to create faux metal embellishments for your cards. Firstly, using Gilding Flakes, and secondly, with triple heat embossing. For the Gilding Flakes, I'll be using the Flitter Glue from Indigo Blue and the Chariots of Fire Gilding Flakes. These are a really gorgeous gold gilding flake. And then I will be using the die from Kristina, Werner, Concord and 9th Cheerful Flowers. It's a flower die that I've had in my stash for a while and it's really underused. So I'm looking forward to using that today. And for the embossing, I've got this metallic gold rich embossing powder from Wow in the regular size. So I'll be using that as well. So I've already gone ahead and die cut the flower 4 times and glued them all together so that you've got a really sturdy embellishment. And then to apply the flitter glue, I'm just going to add a few drops of the glue to a piece of sponge so that I can sponge the glue onto the flower. And this is just the easiest way to apply the tacky glue. And I'm working on a non-stick mat as well so that it's easy to wipe off. So I'm just dabbing that all over the flower embellishment here, and then I'm going to pop it aside to dry. It only takes a minute or 2, but once it's dry it goes clear, so you know it's ready to have gilding flakes applied to it. So I'm going to work on a piece of scrap paper just to make it a little bit easier. I forgot I'd not put the lid back on properly when I showed it you at the beginning, so hence the little bit of mess, but that's okay. We can just sweep it onto the scrap of paper and still use those flakes. And I'm just going to carefully apply flakes all over this flower now. So once it's all covered in gilding flakes, you can take a little paintbrush or a abrasive sponge or something just to get the excess flakes off. Indigo Blue do sell a scoochy foam, which is really useful, but for something so delicate like this, I've just found a paintbrush is definitely a lot easier. It just means that I can get into all the little nooks and crannies on the die cut and make sure that all the excess flakes are brushed off. And then once you've done that, you've got this gorgeous finished embellishment. So it does look like it's a faux metal embellishment, and you've got all the lovely texture that the gilding flakes leaves behind. So this time I'm going to repeat the process, but using a Wow embossing pad and the embossing powder with a triple heat embossing technique. And I really just wanted to show you this alternative way of doing the technique because I know not everybody likes gilding flakes. Some find them messy, and many card makers are more likely to have embossing powder in their stash. So I just wanted to show you what the difference would be. So I've added the embossing ink to the embellishment, and I'm just adding the embossing powder all over the image now. Remember, you can tip out all the powder because you're going to put a lot of it back into the pot. It really doesn't use that much powder, even though it looks like it does. I'm just going to use my cork mat and my pokey tool to hold my die cut down. This also helps dissipate the heat and helps control any warping that you might get. But as you can see there, that's the first coat of embossing powder. So I'm going to repeat this step 2 more times, again applying embossing ink, embossing powder, heat setting it. And what this is doing is by layering up the embossing powder, you get a really smooth, raised, embossed look. So it really does give you that faux metal impression. It also means that the embossing powder is so smooth as well. So you don't get any lumps and bumps, you don't get any gaps, and you get that really smooth gold impression. So once I've heat set this for the 3rd time, I'll show it you up close, and it really is pretty. Again, you could use any metallic powder or any embossing powder for this technique. Particularly looks good with sentiments as well. So here's the die cut with the embossing powder, and then to the left is the one with the gilding flakes. They both look equally beautiful in their own way. I don't know which one's my favourite actually. Let me know in the comments which one you prefer. But now I'm going to start turning them into cards, and I'm going to be making some 6x6 cards today, but you could equally make these cards into a 5x7 or an A2, whichever size you prefer. I'm going to use 2 dies from the Lots and Lots of Squares die set from Paper Rose Studio, and I've cut the largest from some linen cardstock. So this is just some white textured cardstock. It's from Pink Frog Crafts in the UK, but I know you can get textured cardstock elsewhere too. And I've cut the heart frame from some metallic gold cardstock. And I'm just kind of working out my placements. So before I stick it down on the card base, I'm going to get this heart frame glued down to the linen piece of cardstock, just because it's going to be a lot easier to add that now before I add some foam tape behind it. I'm just using some Barley Arts glue and just carefully adding a thin layer of glue. I don't want it seeping through the holes and getting onto the metallic cardstock, and that's one reason why I really like the precision tip on the Barley Arts glue. I'm going to add some foam tape to the back of this panel now, just to give it a little bit of dimension, because obviously although the linen cardstock is textured, it is still a white on white effect. So by popping it up, it just creates a little bit of a drop shadow and adds some dimension and a bit of extra interest. Again, I'm just using the liquid glue here to stick down the embellishment, so I'm just using the Burley Arts glue again. I'm going to just pop my magnets on it to hold it down until it's dry. And then for a sentiment, I'm going to use the Written Words 2 stamp set from Concord and 9th Kristina Werner's line. I really love this stamp set because I love how you've got that handwritten font and then you've also got the capital letters as well. It's just a really pretty 2 font stamp set. I'm going to use the stamp that says Send in Sunshine, and I'm going to white heat emboss it on some black cardstock. I really feel like the sentiment on some black card will just help it to stand out against the white on white that we've got in the background. So I'm just going to stamp it with some Wow Embossing Ink. I did use my anti-static powder bag on the black cardstock first as well. I've added some white superfine embossing powder from Wow, and then I'm just going to heat set that carefully from underneath. Heat setting from underneath just stops the white powder blowing and getting anywhere that you didn't want it. It also leaves a much smoother embossed finish. And then I love how the coordinating dies for this on their backing sheet, they're all labelled, so you don't have to spend ages working out which die goes with which sentiment. So that's a really handy feature of the coordinating dies. So to attach it to my card base, I'm just going to add a little bit of foam tape behind it. I'm just going to trim it down so that I can add 2 layers and just make it a little bit thinner. I added a little bit on the end of the sentiment, but I actually realised I don't need any foam tape there because it's going to sit across that raised embellishment, so I didn't want to create any extra bulk. And then that will be the first card finished for today. You could definitely add a few gems or embellishments if you wanted to, but I really love this clean and simple finish that we've got here. So that's the Gilding Flake card finished, and now I'm going to create another card using the triple heat embossed flower as well. So for this card, again, I'm creating a 6x6 card, but I'm going to add a black layer of 6x6 cardstock over the top of the card base. This will give it a really bold border. I'm going to use the same dies from the Paper Rose Studios Lots and Lots of Squares, but I've just used plain white cardstock here, and I stamped the Birdsong script background stamp over the top of it using some solid gold metallic ink from Lisa Horton Crafts. It's given a really subtle background shimmer, and I think it looks really, really pretty. Before I stick it down, I'm going to add a gold frame, again using that hearts die and just some liquid glue. So I'm going to stick that down first. I felt like it would be easier than what I did the first time round where I'd already got the foam tape behind it. So just sticking this down, and then I can add the embellishment over the top. So this is the triple heat embossed image, and you can see I've got a little bit of embossing powder on the back. So you will just want to allow a few extra minutes for the glue to dry fully so that the plastic is adhered to the cardstock. Once that's all dry, we can then attach it to our card base. And again, I'm just going to use some foam tape just to prop it up. It adds a little bit of extra interest. And I really do think that adding dimension really helps to finish off handmade cards. Obviously, most shop bought cards are single layer cards, so having dimension really sets it apart from a shop bought card. So I'm just removing the backing tape here, and then I'm going to stick that down onto my panel. For a sentiment, I'm going to use the Everyday Sentiment Strips 2 stamp set from Hero Arts. These are really small sentiments. They cover a wide variety of occasions, and I've just heat embossed on black cardstock the sentiment that says Happy Anniversary. I am going to add some foam tape to the back of it, so I've got some really thin foam tape which I'm going to stick down here. Again, I want to make sure that the few letters that will overhang onto the flower stem don't have foam tape on the back of it. We don't want any lumps and bumps and extra dimension. And then I'm going to use a black alcohol marker along the edge of the foam tape just so that the white foam tape doesn't show at all. Once I've removed the backing tape, I can just trim off any excess foam tape if it's in the way and then stick that down. But then that is the second card finished for today, and I really love how this one turned out. I think having that black border really sets it apart. I kind of wish I'd done the same for the Gilding Flake one as well, because I think that would have finished it off really nicely. But I think they both look equally pretty. So let me know in the comments below which one is your preferred technique, the Gilding Flakes or the embossing powder. As always, all the products that I've used today will be linked in the description box below. Don't forget, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button, and don't forget that you can hype videos as well. It really helps small content creators like myself out. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, then please hit that subscribe button. I'd really love to have you. I release a video once a week, every Friday, and occasionally a short in between. So there's lots more inspiration on my channel as well. I've got a Gilding Flake playlist too, which I'll leave at the end of this video. And I'll look forward to seeing you in another video very soon. Take care.